Dropouts, what's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin', yeah. This is your boy Jordan Dropout, and today I'm coming at you with a very special pickup / review on the Air Jordan 1 Into the Spider-Verse. So as you may or may not already know, your boy Jordan Dropout is pretty big into sneakers. I've been collecting them for well over 10 years. Matter of fact, one of the first videos that I uploaded onto the channel was a review of the Vans and Marvel collaboration. I picked up the Spider-Man pair, and I also got the Black Panther pair sitting in the closet. So a quick couple of things about me: I'm super into gaming, I'm super into Spider-Man, and I'm super into Air Jordan sneakers. So if you take Spider-Man and Air Jordan and smash them together, I'm there. Now, I remember when pictures of these first surfaced, people called them trash. People said Jordan Brand was running out of ideas with the Air Jordan 1, which I do agree with, but I like these from the jump. Or should I say from the leap? From the leap of faith. You'll get it if you saw the movie. But anyway, I like them from the jump. But people were hating on them, calling them trash, yada yada yada. But once they found out that these were an official Marvel collaboration, that's when they started to grow on people. You know how it goes. But I already like the sneaker. I love the Air Jordan 1. But when I did hear that this was an official Marvel collaboration, that's when I knew that I had to get my hands on a pair. Now, if you were lucky enough to get an invite to the world premiere in LA a couple of weeks ago, you could actually get this shoe early. And not only did you get the shoe early, but you also got a special box that the rest of the world wasn't able to get. Now, I was a little salty that the rest of the world didn't get that special box because I want that box, but it's not a big deal. I just made my own. Boom. I know it's looking kind of rough. I could have took my time. I really should have just bought some red spray paint and sprayed it instead of painting it, because now I look like somebody shot a tomato on my box, but I think it turned out decent enough. So if you have seen Into the Spider-Verse, then you know that Miles Morales wore the Air Jordan 1 Chicago throughout the entire film. Now, I was lucky enough to get my hands on a pair of the Chicago ones when they retroed in 2015, but even if I didn't have this shoe and I did have this one, I'd still want a pair of Chicagos because this is not the Chicago one in my opinion. I feel like these are two completely different colorways. Very similar, but it's not the same shoe. With one of the major differences being the sole. If you look at the Chicago Air Jordan 1, you see a solid red outsole, while the Into the Spider-Verse Air Jordan 1 has a clear, translucent, almost blue outsole. So while this shoe is very similar to the Air Jordan 1 Chicago, if you look very close, you will see some dots in the red leather. Now, these dots are known as Kirby dots or Kirby Crackle. Kirby Crackle is an art style named after the famous comic book artist Jack Kirby, and if you've seen Into the Spider-Verse, then you can see this art style all throughout the entire film. The movie looks like a comic book come to life, and it's amazing to see it in action. The movie just looks great. The animation is clean, some of my favorite animation ever. The red and blue tongue tag is an obvious reference to Spider-Man, as he normally wears a red and blue costume. Another difference is that the leather on these is tumbled, while the leather on the actual Chicago is smooth. I'm a sucker for collaborations, I'm a sucker for details, and this shoe is full of detail. And for those of you that are wondering, the leather quality on these is nothing crazy. It's not bad at all. It's pretty decent for Jordan Brand, but don't be expecting band 1 quality because you're not getting it with these. This shoe is all about the detail. The detail is what makes this sneaker. There are a lot of details in this shoe that you probably wouldn't even notice unless you were looking for them. We went over the Kirby Crackle in the red leather, but if you look at the black collar and even the black swoosh, you'll notice there is a hexagonal pattern in them. This pattern mimics the texture of Spider-Man's suit. This is something that you probably wouldn't even notice unless you were looking for it, but it's sick. And if you look closely at the swoosh, you'll also notice that it's two-tone. The hexagonal pattern goes around the entire swoosh, but when you look at the stitching in the swoosh, the outside of the swoosh is actually a patent leather. So now the swoosh kind of resembles the lenses on Spider-Man's suit. And last but not least, you have the icy blue clear sole. Now that's different from the Chicago's because the Chicago is a solid red outsole. This is a clear, almost blue, icy clean outsole. And don't take this as gospel because I don't believe it's been confirmed, but I do think that they went with an icy clear sole on this shoe to reference the fact that Miles can camouflage and basically turn clear or invisible. So if that is what they were going for, then that's also a really cool touch. All in all, I think this is a dope sneaker. If you're into Spider-Man and you're into Air Jordans, then this is a no-brainer. It's a must cop. I was able to get my pair at retail, But this shoe is sold out and it was pretty limited, so the prices have gone up and they are still climbing as of right now. So if this is a pair that you want, I say grab them now, because who knows what price these will end up at. One more shot of my poor man Into the Spider-Verse box. But alright, that's the video. Let me know what you think about the Air Jordan 1 Spider-Verse down below if you have a pair. And if you don't have a pair, is that because you couldn't get your hands on a pair, or is that because you just didn't want them? Are you planning on picking them up? Are these dope or nope? Let me know down below. But as always, y'all be good, be blessed. Later.